Welcome to Nagaland TV. So Mulagaos, viewers idi ami on Hotel Saramati di ase aro ami an khobor pa nishna NPP National People's Party pra tahan handing and taking over ceremony ase enga logine President Nutulo tebi ami han lok pa bole ajila din ekta jogine manchani ase edu logine ami hala state te aro north eastern state hobi national te hobi issues bishi ase edu logine itola opor debi ami han tahan lo lok korne bi kotha korbo nohilebe etia ami han edu meeting de etu kan opor discussion aro presidentship take over kurubole thakado James K Sangma National Organization ase aro etu logode ami halate Dr. Andrew Ahoto Sema National General Secretary Organization Frontal taibi azogine mani to apne jana ase age barine kinka ki ase to apne ke dikhai debo.
See, we all have dreams in our life, and post is not that matters, My post actually was overdue in the last year. And I needed to be, saying that, okay, I think the change has to come in within there has to be a transition, And everybody has, my tenure was over. It's almost 6 years now in the party. So it's been a long time. So I was very luckily, I've been elevated up there as a General Secretary organization in charge of Frontal. And I'm happy that we can do a lot of things for Nagaland. But the matter is that like how our leaders are going to respond to it, And you may be in any as I have said in the past, like it is not the party that matters, it's the leadership that's within the party that matters. So I feel that the leaders, those who have been elected or selected by the people of our Nagaland as such, should feel that they have to do something responsible for the public. And that's what matters. It's not I come first, it's we come first that we have to put in place. So I feel any government, from whichever party, should look into the interests of the public. And that's what matters the most. And surely I will also be doing something, whatever interest for the betterment of the state. Obviously I'm there for them and at any time. Yeah. See, it's very sad, to see such thing happening just as we know our very nose, And I think the intervention by every state, especially the Northeast, should come together and condemn such an act, And the centre should come in fast and say that enough is enough. And I feel that the matter would have been solved just immediately then and there. But I don't know why it was prolonged. So I hope there's nothing personal that has made it prolonged that long. But it is not a good thing that people being ethnical cleansing or suppressing for something or the other. I guess justice should be given at the earliest. We are sorry for both the sides. We do not support any, but the victims, those who are there, we are very sad for them. And I think peace should be restored at the earliest without being any bias over there. Yeah.
Sir, as I want to ask the same question regarding the one tax, one government. We have been having internal issues also regarding that, and we have witnessed lots of issues being arising regarding to that. So, what your party stands, and especially what you have to say on this one government, one tax?
Yeah, the best dream that we can ever have is one government, one tax. But when we look at Nagaland, sadly, we have multiple factions, we have multiple taxation, and who is suffering at the end? We are people down at the grassroots. So, and who is enjoying? The top level who has been taxing everybody. So I feel that it's enough is enough. There has to be a common consensus coming together. And I guess everybody should unite together and say that I think let's do something where the central government is also extending their hands to make a peace come steady, come at the earliest, So I think we all should come forward together and everybody should now say that we need to stop all this and have a solution at the earliest. And if there's anything to be ironed out, I think we should do it. And if there's any framework, bring it to the public, let people know, and being a democratic country, obviously, right? So I think it's high time that everything should be ironed off, right? At the earliest, because we also want to leave, the next generation want to leave. Next people want to have to survive. We are having a difficult moment right now. The COVID was one of the things that took a toll. Right now is a taxation that has become very high, So I feel that taxation and if this syndicalism, monopoly, there's a lot of things, rampant thing within our very nose, So I feel all such thing inhuman. Taxation should be stopped because we all are living for the betterment of the next future. So I guess we should iron things out and peace should come at the earliest, I would say that. See, a cloud had come in and it went off and it died off. But I would say that they are not the only ones to be blamed. But everybody, what are we doing? What are the other NGOs doing? What are the church community doing? What are the civil societies doing? What are the public doing? I think it's everybody's concern. Everybody's responsible. Everybody should come in unison, right? I would say that, at one voice and say that I think is enough. I think we need to settle this matter and give a representative to the center and let's say, let's finish it off this, And everybody wants peace now. Now from independence, now no more sovereignty, no more independence. Now Greater Nagaland is no more there. Now what else comes now? Just finish it off, at the earliest. I mean, everybody is waiting for that. Unless they have a backhand, there's something that they are having something at the back of the mind. But I would say that everything has been almost solved. Now the only thing is that let's have peace. Live and let live, I would say that, So I think it should come early. Okay, good evening everybody, and then thank you, the media and the press fraternity, for coming over and giving us coverage over here. We are honored to be here, and today was the program of handing over and taking off of the new president. And I, on behalf of the NPP members and also the party, as a fraternity and a family to one another, I'm happy to be here today and to give this our Sir Nyamnyei, who will be the next president. We are very happy that he'll be taking over, and he's also a seasoned politician, a mature person, and we are also glad that our Sir James of the National could come over and to see this program handing over, taking over. I'm also grateful to all the MLAs who could make it over here, and I guess that this is the time that we need to be together and we've been working for the greater and larger interest of the party. Actually, my tenure was over last year in September, but because of the election due, and then that's why it was prolonged a bit longer. And now the right time has come for the handing and taking over, and I'm privileged to be here. And I thank all of you who are here. And now I give the time to Sir James for whatever we have to proceed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Andrew. I'd like to also start off by saying thank you to all the members of the press fraternity of Nagaland. As has already been mentioned by our recently elevated National General Secretary in charge of Frontal Organisations, Dr. Andrew Ahoto, the outgoing president, that today's program was basically a program to formally hand over the reins of the state president of the National People's Party of Nagaland State to the recently appointed new president, who is also the Honorable MLA, Mr. Nyamnyei Konyak. And the party today completed the formalities of formally handing over, which was done by Dr. Andrew Ahoto. Today's program was also to meet each other as a party, and I'm very thankful to all the members who have attended this meeting, and I would also like to take this opportunity to, on record, congratulate both our newly elected State President, Mr. Nyamnyei Konyak, and also our recently appointed National General Secretary in charge of Frontal Organisations, Dr. Andrew Ahoto. So, as you all know, NPP is a very new party, but despite being a new party, we've been able to make many progressive strides in terms of the organizational growth and also in terms of electoral growth. So we are very thankful to the people of Nagaland for reposing their faith in this party and for electing 5 MLAs from the Legislative Assembly, and I thank God for that, and I thank the people of Nagaland for the faith that they have shown. So if there's any questions that you would like to ask as the press, I think it would be better to take question and answers here.
I have a question. What is the NLTV stand on the uniform civil code?
Okay, I'll take this. It's okay. We have opposed the uniform civil code, and our national president has made many statements regarding our stand on the imposition of the uniform civil code. So have our honorable member of parliaments also, both of whom have also spoken out against the imposition of Uniform Civil Code. So our stand is very clear as a party that we are not for the Uniform Civil Code.
What about in the state? The NPP, if I'm not mistaken, is in the ruling government as of now. So about this in the state of Nagaland also, will the MLAs be will they be objecting the UCC in this, the parliamentary meetings?
I think that you have not taken this up now as. Okay. Yes, as a party, we have taken up a stand to object or to express our opposition to the Uniform Civil Code, and the party legislature party will be, I think, meeting shortly. I think the CLP leader, Mr. Nuklutushi, will, I think, be convening a meeting shortly to discuss this matter and maybe other matters as well. But from the National Committee's side, we have already taken a stand on this.
What about with regard to the issue of Manipur? Has the NPP taken cognizance of the number of refugees that have...
I'm sorry?
Has the NPP taken cognizance of the number of refugees that have landed in both in Nagaland as well as in Meghalaya as well, and the other states of the Northeast as well?
Yes. Yes, the NPP has expressed its concerns over the present situation, which is still ongoing in the state of Manipur. That this is very unfortunate, the way that things are, what kind of things are taking place in the state of Manipur. And for us, in the state of Meghalaya, which I am from, many people have come who have been displaced from Manipur, and they are seeking refuge. We are trying our level best to make sure that we can help our brothers and our sisters from Manipur in whatever way possible.
There was a report that some refugees were denied residence in some rented accommodation. So has the government taken notice of that as well?
Yes, we have. As a government, we have reached out to certain localities where such kind of incidences have occurred, and we are ironing out all those issues. There are concerns, civilians will always feel a little threatened, but we are reaching out to each and every one of them wherever such kind of incidences have taken place, that we must our humanity must ensure that we take care of these people who are going through very, very difficult times. They have lost their homes, and our heart reaches out to them, and as a government we are trying to ensure that those kind of problems can be resolved.
Considering that out of 5 MLAs, 3 are from Eastern Nagaland, and the issue of ENPO is burning right now, I would put my question across to our new president. What is his take on this new Frontier Nagaland journey, and also the party? Since 3 of your MLAs out of 5 are from Eastern Nagaland, what is your advice? What is your take on this?
Thank you. The government is notified for discussion about the EMPU issue on 38th of, that means the day after tomorrow.
I think it's postponed.
That has been already postponed. Now that the EMU has demanded statehood. After that, and then the Union Territory. And we also supported that, but we have not yet confirmation the final draft, or the saying that if NT is like that. So let's see let's say that we have not discussed about that matter.
Is there a rift between the MLAs, 20 MLAs in Eastern Nagaland? Some are agreeing to it, some certain implementations for the new territory.
We didn't discuss it today. It's a common issue. The 20 members.
Sir, I have a question for National General Secretary. That the issue that is burning out there in Manipur is an issue that the center is not sincere at all by not imposing PR. Whereas the innocent life, as just you have clearly mentioned out that innocent life has closed, and it's been nearly 45, 50 days that's going on. So as a national party, NPP, do you think that the center should be serious upon, and what is the opinion of the NPP in regard with the issue going on in Manipur? Do you think that the PR should be imposed by now?
See, for us as a political party, we have met Honorable Home Minister along with our delegation of our MLAs from Manipur, and we have beseeched him to take whatever appropriate action to resolve or to make sure that the peace and normalcy returns to Manipur. Now, whether that is in the form of president's rule or whether that is in the form of maybe suspended animation or whatever it may be, I think that these are suggestions which are being given by many quarters, and at the end of the day, this is a call that union government has to take, and on our part, we are stressing upon the need that there must be more effort that needs to be put in to ensure that normalcy returns, and we are hopeful that union government is going to pick up all these issues, and we hope and we pray that peace can return and normalcy can return to Manipur. So to answer your question, there are many suggestions that have come out, and we hope that collectively taking everyone, all stakeholders into consideration, some kind of solution can be brought about.
So I'm not satisfied with your answer, and I'm just countering the questions with your answers. Is that, sir, we all know NPP, you are all elected and responsible political parties. You have the mandate of the people. And now we know that Manipur is burning, and we know that there is a breakdown in law and order. And when there is a breakdown of law and order as such in any states, PR is imposed. But sir, I want a clear answer from your party. That do you agree that it's a law and order breakdown?
No, see, there is a law and order breakdown. That's very apparent. I mean, there's no mincing of words here, that there is a breakdown of law and order. But for the solution, that is something that lies with the government of India. And what that solution is, that will have to be brought about by, dialogue or by whatever means possible to make sure that everyone is taken along, and government of India must act fast. That is what we are repeatedly demanding, that there has to be some solution, and that solution has to be worked out fast, be it in whatever form.
Okay, sir, I have just one more question to you. Sir, NPP party in Nagaland, you have 5 elected members. You are yet to be assigned. We had a discussion with our former President, Sir Andrew Ahoto. He also assured, while talking with media, that yes, he hopes that Rio government will accommodate the elected members. So it's been 3-4 months, and no signs of accommodations among the elected members. So in that regard, as a national party, sir, what is your step?
See, we are very acquainted with how governments are formed, what are the kind of unique challenges and difficulties that any party, whilst forming the government, whilst trying to run it, in a successful manner. So we have to respect that, and we have to give time to the Honorable Chief Minister, to the present government, and we are hopeful that we have already extended support. We have already given our letter of support to the Honorable Chief Minister, and this is something that is a call which has to be taken by the government of the day. But all of us have to understand that it's not easy running a government, and it's very challenging. So we recognize and we understand that, and that's why we are all looking forward to, because our MLAs are very experienced MLAs, and we are very confident that they will be not just mere office, holding some office or the other, but they will be able to positively contribute in because of their capabilities and their qualities. They will be able to contribute in a very big way in whatever responsibility that is given to them. So let us give some time to Honorable Chief Minister.
So to conclude, given as such any sort of position, political positions in the ruling government, so why not the NPP, be the opposition to question the government?
See, democracy has structures in place, and opposition is an institution in itself when we talk about structures. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the opposition to voice concerns, to bring out issues. I think that is the bounden duty of any public representative who is supposed to be the voice of their people, to bring up any issues which they deem fit that needs to be brought to the House, which is the highest level of democracy, to the Assembly. And I think for that you don't need to box it into something called the opposition. I think that it's a duty, moral duty, that each and every MLA plays. So we will, our MLAs will do that. If there is an issue which needs to be brought, we will speak about it, but doesn't necessarily have to be in the guise of an opposition.
I have one last question. The present government has been silent on implementing a one government, one tax. Now, being a national party, what is your take on this for Nagaland, implementing this whole one government, one tax? Because now the business community is going through a breakdown, as in quotes I would say. So what is your take on that?
See, it's a one government, one tax is it's got its complications. So there are many I think facets to it which have not been addressed as of now, which is why the business community may be feeling a little bit of a jitter there, here and there. So I think that whatever decision is taken, we hope that it will be after all these kind of concerns are addressed, any kind of sort of problems that people may have with this, these can be tackled and addressed. So our stand also as a government is, as a political party, is that whatever the government of India wants to do in terms of one government, one tax, it may have its merits, it may have its demerits, but then all of them have to be discussed, debated, and then after that decision should be taken forward. So if there are concerns of the business community, these must be tackled, I think.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.